Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is Gloria White, and I'm coming to you from Utah, USA. I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas day yesterday. And today it is now December 26th, 2020. It's not long until the first of the year when we expect to turn over a leaf and start anew, but I'm afraid that what's been going on is just going to continue. Now, I have this little book here I'm going to be reading to you. It is China and Russia in Prophecy. And as I'm sure there are a lot of curious people out there, and I'm going to read this book to you. It is published by the Philadelphia Church of God, and it's printed in the United States of America. Scriptures in this publication are quoted from the King James Version of the Holy Bible, unless otherwise noted. Now, America's status as the world's lone superpower is rapidly fading. Other nations and groups of nations are angling to fill the void. Rising in the East is an emerging power block of tremendous potential in manpower, economic heft, and military might. Its growing presence is intensifying global competition for resources and for geopolitical influence. Where will this trend lead? You can know. Biblical prophecy provides a remarkable, penetrating preview of Asia's future. Now, in the table of contents, there are 5 sections. The first section, the emerging Asian superpower. The second, Russia frightens Europe and fulfills Bible prophecy. 3. What the China miracle means. 4. Japan's place in the future. 5. Asia in prophecy. So I'll start here on the first part, the emerging Asian superpower. In the next few years, there will be a staggering turn in world events. This book was written in 2009. A giant Asian superpower with a modernized Russia and China at the helm will dramatically affect the course of history. This emerging power block, a conglomerate of peoples which comprise 1/4 of the world's population, will be deeply involved in the tumultuous tide of events that will lead to the conclusion of mankind's 6,000 years of self-rule. How can we know this? In Matthew 24 and Luke 21, Jesus Christ described the key events leading to his return. Many other passages add critical details. Russia, China, and their Asian allies are prophesied to be heavily involved in these climatic end-time events. Biblical identity of Asian nations. After the flood, God told Noah and his family to go and replenish the earth. This was in Genesis 8:15 through 18. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Each son was the beginning of a separate race. Shem was the father of the white race, Ham the father of the black, Japheth the yellow race. Herbert W. Armstrong explained in Mystery of the Ages that Japheth eventually married an Oriental woman and Ham a black. Genesis 10:2 through 3 lists the sons of Japheth: Gomer and Magog, and Media and Javan. and Tubal and Meshech and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenazah, Riphath, Gomarmah. In this book, Compendium of World History, Dr. Herman Hodge correctly identified Meshech and Tubal as fathers of those who comprise Greater Russia today. Magog fathered the people of China and Mongolia. Gomer fathered the Chinese people as well as the Cambodians, Thais, Burmese, Laos, and Vietnamese. Greek historian Herodotus wrote that the descendants of Noah's grandson Cush split into two branches, a dark-skinned, curly-haired branch that migrated to Africa, and a dark-skinned, straight-haired branch that migrated to India. This group of people later intermarried with Aryan settlers from Persia, producing the brown coloration of the Indian peoples today. Herman Hodge, The Truth About the Race Question, Plain Truth, July 1957. Mr. Armstrong concurred with Dr. Hodge, it's H-O-E-H, research. He said, there is general agreement among students of prophecy that Gog in the land of Magog is the vast regions of northern Eurasia extending from the Baltic to the Pacific. Meshech in Moscow, Tubal is Tobolsk, and that's Tobolsk. The Bible margin says Prince of Rush, which is Russia, Plain Truth. That was published in April 1981. These identities are critical for us to understand where modern nations fit in biblical prophecy. At the same time, understanding the history of these peoples will help us identify certain character traits that resurface even in modern times. And Annie is here with her light up ball, which she never misses, but she keeps putting it in the laundry basket over to the side. So we've been working very hard today. We're getting ready for the new year, and so we're throwing out a bunch of stuff. We're doing laundry. We're organizing. I'm going through my closet in the back. So all the stuff that I read to you today, and probably over the next couple of videos, I'm only going to take one section at a time because it's a lot to absorb, and you'll probably need to listen to it several times for it to sink in and for you to get a grasp mentally of the situation and what's occurring biblically in prophecy. So now this is continuing still in the first part of this book, but I'm going to stop because, like I said, it's a lot to absorb. You're going to need to listen to it several times, maybe 10 times, to get it in your mind. Get a notebook, take notes, look at it so that you can see the layout, how the races broke out, and how they took over certain parts of the world, so that you can get it clearly in your mind. Because if you don't have this first part down, everything else is going to be mumbo jumbo, and that won't be good. So I'm going to stop this video now and encourage you to go back and listen to the part that I just read to you. Listen to it several times. Take some notes. Look at it. Let it sink into your mind, so that then the rest of the book, as I'm reading it, will make more sense and the pieces will fit together more congruently. So, you know, I'm going to say it. As always, I love you.